puppies.
Just go through the transformation now. Change everything. You know success is your creation.
Good morning, guys. I hope you're doing really well. So you would have seen my breakfast this morning, and I thought I would film a what I eat in a day video, vegan version, because I had this request a few times when I was asking you guys over on Instagram what you would like to see from me in terms of like trying to be a little bit more sustainable. I'm not the biggest eco warrior, but I do try and do my part for the environment, and yeah, I just thought this would be a good little video to film. I thought I could share a few little recipes with you and things like that. We may or may not go out for lunch today. It's going to be a bit of a weird day. It's pouring disgusting outside, so I'm currently wearing this because I'm doing some filming for a future YouTube video coming soon, which I'm excited about, and I think you guys are going to really like. It's all to do with things we should know before getting a rescue Pomeranian, so hopefully that will be useful to you guys if you are thinking of adopting a Pom. So I have seen videos for what I eat in a day come across as a little bit irresponsible in the past, so I don't want this to be, oh my god, that's what she eats in a day, that's like her calorie intake or whatever. It's not about that. It's more about like meal prep ideas and meals that you can make that are vegan, just to try and do your little bit. Say if you're doing like one vegan meal a week or something, or you're trying to get your family to eat a little bit more vegan or something like that, just as a little bit of a boost to the planet. I don't eat vegan all the time. I have a vegetarian, pescatarian, vegan diet, so I eat probably 80% vegan, and then I eat fish sometimes when we go out. It's very rare that I have it in, but yeah, so this is a vegan what I eat in a day video because that's what you guys want to see, and that those are the recipes that you want from me. So I have no idea what I'm making today. I haven't looked in the fridge yet. It may be that essentially we're trying to socialise Oscar a little bit more, and my friend Polly is down for the week. She is a doctor and works up north, but she's down here for the week, and she has a working spaniel. She also has a Labrador and a Patterdale Terrier, but the working spaniel we think would be quite a good match for Oscar, so we're going to attempt to socialise him with her today. She's very well socialised and obviously a working dog, so impeccably trained, and obviously Oscar is still not. He really is getting there, but there are a few things, especially the lunging at other dogs thing. So I personally think it's because he's trying to protect our family unit, and when I've spoken to Angela, who is the lady that facilitated the adoption, she said it sounds like that as well. So he's got his monkey in the background. So essentially he's trying to protect the pack from anything coming into that bubble. So what we're going to do is walk them all the way down to the field on leads, and then attempt to let him off the lead in a public space with another dog. Obviously we did this with my sister's dog and he was fine. They ended up getting on, but we did have to walk them for the whole day, and it's very hard to find people who, you know, their dogs aren't going to be vicious and they trust you to control your dog as well, because obviously we wouldn't try this just like in the park letting him off with a load of other dogs, because I don't know if he would snap at the other dogs or snap at the people. So we've socialised him with Polly, and we now need to try and socialise him with Flossie, which is the dog. So hopefully we're going to catch up today, and we were thinking we could potentially go for a pub lunch, and if we do, I know the pub that we're going to has a really good couple of vegan options, so that's great. So I can show you what I choose when I eat out as well, and again a few little meal prep ideas like that. So we'll see how the day goes, but it's going to be very much, yeah, you're just going to see how we get on. But first of all, Ben and I need to film a few things. I need to post on Instagram as well. It's Saturday, by the way, but it's a busy day as ever. This week has been so incredibly busy. The week before, you'll have noticed that there wasn't a video, and that was because I generally was feeling quite low in terms of mood and stuff. I honestly didn't do anything for the whole week. I spent the whole week pretty much on the sofa doing nothing and going for walks with the dogs and stuff, because my head really wasn't in the right frame of mind. And I do think it normally hits me around this time of year anyway, because I get SAD quite bad, which is seasonal affective disorder, which is basically just when the weather's rubbish and you just want a bit of sunshine in your life again. So we're trying to keep really, really busy and do lots of things. And I had a massive brainstorm on Monday and wrote down loads of ideas for videos and things for the blog and Instagram and things like that. So I've got loads of really exciting content, and I'm really hoping that I stick at this now and do a good, like, crack out the work, because I have had a little bit of a hiatus on the blog for I think 3 months over summer, which I've never done before. But I think with everything going on this year, we all really need to take a good look in the mirror and take a step back and just think about what we want and take some time for ourselves, because it's not been an easy year for anyone. But anyway, we're gonna get cracking on. We need to film this stuff now. I need to edit everything and then send it across. So yeah, lots to do and a busy day ahead. Okay, we're walking together down to the little car park where we're gonna meet Polly and Floss. Polly has just texted me and said she's gonna be a little bit late and that her brother has decided to come. I'm vlogging on my phone, so I don't know where the camera is. That her brother has decided to come, so that is going to add in another little dimension of interest for Oscar, because he's notoriously not great with men. He gets a bit aggressive. I think he feels quite threatened, so we shall see. And Polly's brother Will, her whole family are quite tall, so he's quite a tall guy as well, so it's going to be a bit of a test for him. So I texted Polly back and said we'll have to introduce him and Polly, come on, good boy, him and Polly and Will, yeah, so Polly and Will before we introduce Flossie, so that hopefully there's no aggression or anything, and he's not, I think I just swallowed a fly. Is it on my lip? Oh my god, the fly's on my lip. Gross! Yeah, so there's no aggression or anything. So we'll see how we go. I've obviously got changed into dog walking attire. And yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But yeah, introduce Polly and Will first. And then once he's settled with them, introduce Floss. And we're going to keep them on the lead until a certain point and then let them off so they can run together. But he's been quite good so far.
Still thinking about how we met.
Oh no,
yeah, I'm with
swallowing.
you now. Oh, one thing that it's plain to see, the best thing in this life's for free, and that's so true now. And there I was with my world falling apart, hoping just to get by.
So I just wanted to cut into the vlog a little bit now, because I realised I don't think I explained how the situation went with Polly. So that day they ended up bringing, it was Polly, Flossie the Spaniel, Will and Peggy the Labrador. So Floss and Peggy obviously being the dogs and Will and Polly being the humans. What happened was that we went for our walk, and then halfway through the walk Ben decided to join with Peppy, because when we walk the dogs we always walk Oscar and Peppy together. Oscar was okay-ish on the lead, and I mean he would bark every so often at them, which was quite difficult. Essentially what happened was he was doing so well with just me until a guy walked along. We were standing in the road, by the way, until a guy walked along with his dog off the lead. and his dog came right up to Oscar's face, and that set Oscar off. And then Polly and Will arrived literally moments after that happened. So if that hadn't have happened, I think the situation would have gone really differently, and I think he was kind of a little bit riled up at that point. I did wait a bit after that to then introduce him to the other dogs, and we did like a long walk before letting them off, but he continued to bark at Floss. Peggy, he kind of ignored a little bit more. She was on the lead for a bit longer. Floss and Peggy, by the way, were amazing. They completely ignored him. Even when he was being like barking and whatever, he didn't actually snap at either of them. He just barked and kind of got his heckles up. And Peppy barks anyway. She barks to get other dogs' attention every so often. She doesn't always do it, but she barks to get their attention so that they come over and talk to her. And Oscar sees that as like, do I need to get involved? Do I need to get involved? When he doesn't. But yeah, basically it kind of went from there. He was generally okay. He was absolutely fine with Will. Didn't bat an eyelid, which was amazing. And it was really good to all walk together, but he didn't really settle with Floss and Peggy. So we are going to try again at some point. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to do a bit of a roundup on what happened that day, because the next part of the video happened quite a few days after that. Okay, I am back in the kitchen today, and we have a few pumpkins left over from Halloween that we actually didn't use. We were going to carve them and just never got round to it. So I'm going to make a vegan pumpkin parsnip. I also have, these are the pumpkins we're going to use. So they're still looking pretty good, and my idea is that I'm going to serve the soup in the pumpkin. So I've got 2 pumpkins, and I have a big basket of produce from my parents' house, and this insane parsnip that came from their garden. So I'm going to pop this in the soup as well, because I think it'd be really delicious. We've got some apples in there as well, so I think I'm going to do like a pumpkin, apple, parsnip and sage soup, which I think will be really delicious. I may also put a bit of coconut milk in there as well, just to add some creaminess and a bit of flavour, which I think would be really, really yummy. So I'm going to get cracking with that. Okay, hair has gone up. I finally finished scooping out the pumpkins. I probably could have got more out of there, but I'm exhausted and my hands have blisters. So now I'm going to chop up an onion, stick it in the pan with some sage and some other herbs, and then I'm going to stick the pumpkin in, peel a few parsnips and pop them in as well, and maybe a couple of apples, or maybe 1 apple, just for a little bit of extra flavour.
Got something I can never be without, yeah. I'm in your command. Thought I was a man of my own will. It's been 2 years. I'm only a shadow of the good on me now. A breeze in my ear, 'cause you know I cannot say no to you. Feeling like home, but should it be like this? Locked up in your dome, you know I fight for you. What do I do every time you call my name? What do I You're whipping me into madness. I try to lay low, but I can never stay away from you. What do I We can't stop it, so I keep on rolling in silence.
We have sourdough and pumpkin, what have I called it? Pumpkin, parsnip and sage soup. And Ben has just got the pecorino, which is the vegetarian parmesan. If you didn't know, parmesan is not vegetarian.
You're about to shock a lot of people with that statement. Not everyone's going to know that,
I know, not everyone will know that. We were shocked when we found out, weren't we? But yeah, we are tucking in now. It all looks so pretty, doesn't it?
Beautiful.
Gonna play some Frank Sinatra and have some lunch together. Happy?
Shower tonight.
All the drawers are open, there's so much stuff behind you.
Oh my god, I'm not the Instagram corner, am I?
I found myself a Apologizing when you started it. Why? Under a spell. I really wonder how did it come to this. Go see my friends.
So it's a bit later now. It's actually the evening and we are just cooking supper. So I thought I would pick up the camera and show you what we're doing. We're doing a classic bangers and mash with gravy, but we are doing a red cabbage, like a buttered red cabbage with red wine, and we're doing sweet potato and normal potato mash with, what are the sausages?
They are
they Morrison's Own or no?
Own.
Tesco's Own, and they're vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically they're just Cumberland, didn't you say?
Plant Chef, they're called,
Plant Chef, Tesco's Own Cumberland sausages. So we've got them in the oven and we just use Bisto gravy because it's super easy. It's instantaneous and it's actually vegan, which is mind-blowing. Ben has just made me an espresso martini. So proper lockdown rituals have come back again. I'll show you the food we're making. This recipe will actually be up on my blog, so I'll link it down below. But I thought I would share it with you so I can round up my what I eat in a day video. I realised this is on a completely different day, but obviously the meals that we've had today I thought would fit in really, really well with the what I eat in a day video. Because I think this is fairly, it's pretty an honest, yeah, it's a fairly like normal meal plan for us. Oh, we're also making, or Ben's making, an apple crumble as well. So we've got the crumble topping. He's gonna do some apples. Are we gonna put some nice cinnamon and nutmeg in there as well?
Yeah, I might do a splash of Calvados in that for you.
Calvados?
Yeah.
What's that?
Apple brandy from Normandy.
Ooh. Okay.
Nice and sweet.
Yeah, I mean it may work, it may make it quite liquidy.
Okay, yeah.
It's up to you. So the crumble is vegan, the food is, obviously apples are vegan. The food that we're having this evening is completely vegan as well. The only thing that won't be is the ice cream that we decide to put with it. Obviously you don't have to have an ice cream, or you could have a vegan alternative. Yeah, we're having custard as well. Actually, in terms of custard, you just got the fresh stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, but you can get the Alpro, can't you? That's why.
But Alpro, I think it's like a soya custard, is it?
Yep.
Is so good and literally tastes like, obviously it tastes like fake custard, and by fake custard I mean like
what's the stuff?
Yellow?
The stuff?
Yeah, like the canned stuff, but it's like a real yellow colour, isn't it? Whereas like real custard is quite pale.
Bird's eye custard.
Yeah, like bird's eye, like school custard.
Yeah.
Versus like really nice vanilla, like creamy custard.
There's no manic acid vanilla, is it? It's very much synthetic.
No, yeah, exactly. So more like synthetic custard. So that's the sweet potato and normal potato bubbling away. We have red cabbage with sultanas and red wine in there. Ben is doing the apple pie using, or apple crumble I should say, using apples from my parents' garden. And in here we have the sausages going. Look how filthy the oven is. Lovely.
Is this who I am? You see me running around in circles, feeling so sweet, but should it be like this? I'm loving the heat, I think I'm losing it.
Okay, here we go. Here's supper. I'm not sure the espresso martini really goes, but oh well. Cumberland sausages, vegan sausages with a sweet potato and normal potato mash on a bed of red wine cabbage with gravy on the side. Perfect. Yum.
There's my wine, didn't I?
Huh?
There's my wine.
Oh no!
Perfect gravy.
There's really good gravy.
Perfect gravy.
It's good. Yum.
The master of the gravy. So good.
You're going to show them your portion of 4 sausages?
No.
And here we go, you guys. This is the apple crumble. Although, it's kind of turned into more of an apple pie, hasn't it? The crumble didn't really work. I think basically because we used margarine rather than butter. This is what we did. We probably should have used plant butter rather than margarine, but we didn't have enough. So we are just using what we've got. We're going to dollop some of this on it, and maybe some of this too. So this part is vegan, these two are not, so I'm kind of cheating on the veganism today. decided against the custard because I just thought it was too gluttonous, but we have some vanilla ice cream instead. Yum, this looks so good. Also, if anyone can recommend a really good vegan vanilla ice cream, do let me know, because...
Swedish glass, that was okay, wasn't it?
It was quite fake tasting. Do you not think?
It was okay.
Was it not? I thought it was quite fake. This looks so good though. Well done, Boo.
Thank you.
A little bit dark on top, but got there just in time, didn't we? Right guys, that is it. I'm gonna take my bottle of water. You're always on your phone, aren't you?
You're gonna stay in my hair.
I know, look at my nose, it's gone all red.
Oh my God,
anyway, I'm gonna sign off here. I really hope you've enjoyed watching. Let me know if you give any of the recipes a go. The soup and the sausages and mash should be on the blog very soon, so hopefully if they're live before this video goes live, I will link them down below. Have a lovely rest of your evening, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to give this one a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Bye.
Maybe I should keep rolling in silence.